Hi Gemini, welcome to your reading for March 2023. This is going to be for Gemini, Sun, Moon, or Rising, those intuitively guided, those who are just looking or checking up on a Gemini's energy. Welcome everyone. Just real quick, many of you, maybe you don't know, but this channel, my channel, was hijacked on January 28th, and I was literally locked out of my channel for almost a month. So what I did is I hopped on my daughter's channel, Jenny Love Tarot, and I did readings there for you guys while YouTube was working out whatever issues they needed to work out. So anyways, the reason why I'm telling you that is you do have a reading over there, Jenny Love Tarot, that was just done last week. But I decided to go ahead and do another one for this channel also. So I know a lot of you already subscribed to your channel. If you're not, subscribe if you'd like to, because we're still, even though I have my channel back, we've decided we're going to do some collaborations. I'm going to put special videos over there on her channel, and here, of course. But so anyways, yeah, I would check them out, because what I've been finding is the signs that I did on her channel, and then the readings for those signs on this channel, and I think you're the last one, they're talking to each other. So definitely, if you have the time, check it out. Okay, let's get into your reading, guys. I am a fellow Gemini Moon, by the way. Many of you already know that. I thank God for my Gemini Moon. I feel like it's what keeps me sane. All right, but let's get into your reading. We have Mother Mary, our words of wisdom. We are going to clarify with the Gilded Tarot, or go deeper. That's how I look at it. It takes us deeper. Or it illuminates, let's say. And then for your main spread, I decided to use the Psychic Tarot. I cannot remember what cards I used in your reading on Jenny Love Tarot. But this is what I was called to here. So we're going to go ahead and use them. Okay, let's go ahead and get into this. Everything's pre-shuffled. They started up my membership program again, so I want to remind you that I do have that, a couple different tiers, though I think I'm going to make an adjustment. Tier 3 is when we go live, so, you know, I go live and I answer whatever questions you have. It's quite a group. I mean, we've become a family, and we'd love to welcome more in. And then tier 1 is just a thank you, Sandy, for, I think it's like $2.99, just thanking me for the work. Though I'd prefer to use PayPal, though, if you're going to donate, because YouTube takes a portion of everything. Anyway, so I have that, and if you just hit the join button, it'll give you all the information. It doesn't make a commitment just by hitting that button. It just shows you what's available. All right. I feel like I cut them, but I'm going to cut them again. Wow. Okay. We have 3. I'm going to take them. We have action. Action. Today, I take action related to the priorities that I have previously put off. Action. Makes sense, right? We're moving into Aries energy. Aries, the seed planter. The one who's going to plant the seed so that we can have that harvest in the fall. You know, it's really calling for all of us to plant our seeds. Quiet. You know, it's interesting because we're in a universal year 7, which is a very spiritual year. You know, it's funny because I was looking back at like the year that Sam and I reconnected, and it was on a 7 personal year. And I often feel like soulmates, twin flames type of energy will connect in that energy. It is about your spirituality, but it's also about going within. And what it really means is this is a year where you want to trust your intuition. This is a year where I feel like we're asking, is there more? Is there more to life? And if there is, taking the action to bring it about. Anyways, quiet. I go into peaceful silence and I listen. Sign, sign, everywhere, sign. I watch for, notice, and trust the signs that heaven continuously sends. So signs with actions. Some type of sign is going to be sent, probably in this reading, but it can be in multiple ways, like songs you hear, numbers, all different kinds of ways. If it's just something that makes you go, it's probably a sign. Remember that your spirit guides are actively participating in your life. Even if you don't feel them, it's like before you came here to earth, you were assigned, my belief is 2 angels and then your spirit guides with a guardian angel. So, you have, that is our protection. That is what we want to put our faith in type of energy. Okay. It tells me that something new is opening up for you in some area of your life. All right. I'm going to shuffle for your cards. Let's begin the tarot portion. Well, hello, love begins. Very first card. And your spirit guides are like, we're sending you signs to help you, to lead you in this direction, and then to take action. This is the Ace of Cups. Love begins. Look at this. Memories of love. This is the Six of Cups. Gemini, what's going on here? This may be your year where you are really finding true love. The Ace of Cups opening up your reading, especially with the Six of Cups right next to that. Very loving type energy. Six of Cups speaks about happy memories. Memories of love. That's what they call it. Memories of love. So if this is someone of my past, this is someone that, when I think of them, puts a smile on my face. Something unexpected feels like it's going to happen. I'm just getting this feeling like something unexpected. Look at that. The 6 and a 1 is a 7. It's like this is your year. And this may be the month that it's going to begin. Whoa. Recognition and rewards. Recognition and rewards. Look how humbled he is to receive that medal. Passion ignited. Ace of Wands. The Ace of Wands is mirroring the Ace of Cups. Gemini. The Ace of Wands is mirroring the Ace of Cups. Passion ignited. Love begins. Love begins. Passion's ignited. All right, and then we have the 4 swords. Rest and rejuvenation. I have to say, I feel like the time for rest has come to an end. I don't feel like this is about... Let's just say maybe last year was about reflection and what have you, and working out your issues, working on yourself. But this year feels like a year of when things are going to start manifesting. I mean, love begins, passions ignited, memories of love. You're being recognized for your works, you know what I mean, for who you are. Tower. Okay, so the Tower is coming under this Six of Cups. And I have a feeling this is talking about someone that you used to know. Maybe you were in a relationship with and it came to an end. Now, if it came to an end, I'm feeling here, because I'm not feeling that this is about, I feel like this Tower has happened and may have happened years and years ago. Doesn't mean that you didn't have different towers, but this particular tower is relating to love here. And it's relating to who's ever in that Six of Cups energy. So, you know, could have been something that ended quickly. We could have been young, you know what I mean? And there was still so much we had to learn. A lot of times I feel like when this type of love comes back into your life, like the time apart, don't look at it as regret, because I feel like in that energy, you have learned, you have grown. Your vibration is higher than what it was. You know, I mean, there's nothing here that talks about distress. I mean, I know the Tower would, but I feel like this Tower, again, has already happened. And then the Four of Swords next to it, it's like the healing of that Tower. Not all towers that are hit by lightning are knocked down. Some are just phased, but then they can come back. All right, let's keep going. Interesting, 16, and I have 16 right here. 1 and 6 right there. All right, we have conflict and defeat. The 5 of Swords. Obstacles and challenges. Interesting how different these two lines are. First of all, we have 2 5s here. 5s always ask for change. And, you know, what is it you want me to change, Sandy? Well, you need to look at what the card means, like the 5, conflict and defeat. The 5 of Swords is energy that had become toxic to you. You know, and then we have obstacles and challenges here. I feel like this is talking about an old love. And I do feel like there was love. And maybe the love remains. But I also feel like there were problems. I feel like there were definitely challenges. And I feel like because of these challenges, there was a breakup. Now, the first card that is showing on this line, even though these are all difficult, is the healing over it. So I feel like this is showing us what needed to be healed. What needed to be recognized. Jeez, oh man. Now you have the Ace of Pentacles. Hello. This is about something that's coming into your physical world. It's interesting because these are both energies. The Ace of Cups and the Ace of Wands, to me, is more about energy, right? Like love begins. I really can't plan that. I can't really... Well, I mean, I shouldn't say that, because in one way I feel like maybe I'm reaching out to someone. Maybe someone's reaching out to me. And though I can't plan like the falling in love, I have a feeling maybe that love already exists. Now, this could certainly be talking about past lives too, because remember, we're in a very spiritual year. So you want to think of like past lives. Like allow your mind to go where your mind wants to go. And I mean that as in like exploring I don't know, all of a sudden I feel like I'm exploring like different dimensions. Anyway, Ace of Pentacles. This is about something that's coming into your physical world, and it is meant to expand your world. This is an ace that takes root. I mean, it can take root, and it can last a lifetime. It is an ace that needs nurtured so that it can grow and it can blossom. But it's interesting because when I look up at the Ace of Cups, they're pouring water out of it. Looks like almost like a Tibetan singing bowl. They're pouring water, and that water is coming right down to this Ace of Pentacles. So it's almost like there you are nurturing this ace. 3 aces. Spiritual strength. This is the Nine of Wands. Nine of Wands is about the reflection. Reflection back. I'm not judging myself, but I do need to know myself. I need to know my own actions, right? I need to know, like my own part, my own... And sometimes it is just like how I react to certain things. Again, I'm getting a feeling of like... I almost feel like, if you were with this person earlier, I almost feel like the separation was like spiritually planned, because each of you have your own, or had your own soul's intentions that you wanted to manifest. And many times that's like a career, your creativity. Some could have married, but I don't feel like you'd be married now. Anyway, this talks about, I feel like in the Nine of Wands, when I reflect back and I just learn myself, my responsibility, I feel like this person becomes what I consider a spirit warrior, right? It's like, man, I can get through anything. I can get through anything. I got through this tower. And although that tower at the time feels like it may, or felt like it could have destroyed me, it didn't. That was temporary. All right, let's keep going. Interesting. Okay, so I did flip them around. We have foundation and achievements. And then we have financial and material changes, but it's in reverse. Interesting that we have 555. And I've been noticing with a few of the readings, like there's a lot of fives, like in the time. Like how long a video lasts. So to me that means, this is a time for change. This is a time for action. But you're being guided at the same time. Victory and success on the bottom of the deck. It's a Six of Wands. Victory and success. Listen, I don't feel like that came overnight, but I feel like it did come. And this is also an energy where I don't know why, I just know it's like the 6 and 6. But this is also an energy where people potentially are looking up to you. And it's not because, well, it can be because of your words, but it's because of an inspired action that you've taken. Like maybe you took a chance, right? You followed this sign, and lo and behold, it brings you to this Ace of Cups. Not just the Ace of Cups, but then the person, it's already telling us like potentially who this person may be. And then the Ace of Wands, passion ignited. It's like everything is beginning. Even though I feel like, again, that love is probably still within. Some of you, I feel like, why I don't want you to regret is because of the person you've become. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like your experiences is what's created your character. And your character is, I want to say divine. But we're imperfect, right? We're humans. We're imperfect. But I still feel like, I don't know, there just feels something special about your character. Okay. Let's get into this. You guys are probably like 12 cards later and you're saying, let's get into this. Yep. I want to know more. I want to know more. You know, it's interesting because, you know, I don't like to keep talking about myself, but, you know, I am living this right now. I am living this. You know, like, and I had a tower happen. I broke up with someone that I had been with for a very long time, and within 2 weeks of that breakup, my first love, my true, you know, someone who's always lived in my heart, picked up the telephone, actually called, found my brother, got my number off my brother, and then called me out of the blue. And from that moment on, everything changed. From that moment on, it was like we were right back. Even though we were in different states, it's like we had a phone relationship for almost 5 years. And, you know, he'd asked me to move into his home like years before that, but it took me a while to feel like, is this the right thing? But man, am I glad I did. So I know this energy. Okay. And I guess I'm saying that because I feel like some people just, you know, they have a hard time believing that an old love can come back and it can work. Well, it can. And I have to say, I do a lot of personal readings where, you know, my personal readings are very in-depth. And I get a lot of this type of energy also. So, okay, we have the Strength card. This is about self. This is about balancing the demons within ourselves. Like we're all made of light and dark. You know, wherever there's light, there's also dark. We are masculine and feminine. What am I holding? Strength card. This is overcoming, the ability to overcome and to find balance within. This has nothing to do with anyone out there. It's all about you. It is an 8. Think of infinity. So whatever I needed to overcome, whatever needed healed, your guides were right there to help you. As long as you accept it. I feel like it's almost like love begins, almost feels like, you know, I want to say reward, but, you know, I don't know if that's the right word, just for the hard work that you've done. Interesting now, and again, I don't like to talk about myself, but I do feel like my experiences, many of you have also had. So many of you know I lost my son, Steve, and he was a Leo, and I feel like he shows up I know he shows up in our reading all the time. And I feel like he's showing up again to just help you understand, because it was after I lost my son that I moved in here. And I do feel like it was his energy that really helped bring us together. I just do. And I guess the reason why I'm telling you this is I feel like you also have your particular guides who, they want you happy. All right, let's keep going. 8 is also infinity, as above, so below. Okay, we have the Page of Cups. So I have a feeling this is a person. Could be, a water sign, but doesn't have to be. And it can also be you too. It may be twofold. I feel like if this is a person, the page has to learn about love and emotions. This is what the page's journey is. He's learning, she's learning, right? But I'm also learning how to love myself. How to let go of what I need to let go of, particularly this tower. And when I say let go of it, it's because I understand it now. So because I understand it, it doesn't have any weight in my world anymore. Okay? I just have a feeling we're going to get another page come out. I just got a feeling. Look at that. I love how the cards just like whoosh, floating out. 9 of Pentacles. Alright, well, I feel like what this is saying for some of you, what was the holdup? Why is love just beginning? Why is passion just being ignited? Well, because I feel like, especially with the 6 of Wands here, some of you, you were on a creative journey. This is about building up your pentacles and bringing it to a place of success. This is independence. Many times this is self-employment, successful self-employment, by the way, and it's coming over recognition and reward. You are the person who benefits from this energy. Think if the card comes before the 9 of Pentacles, the 8 of Pentacles, the willingness to walk into something as an apprentice. Something may have stirred your soul and you followed it. And now, you may have your own business. You may be helping others to overcome, towers that you've overcome. This is success. It is an energy of independence also, though. It's an independent spirit. And what I mean by that, I guess, is in the 9 of Pentacles, and maybe it's just my Virgo mind, but I feel like, when I can take care of me financially, in every way, then the world really opens up to me. When I feel strong within my own foundation, any towers that come, it's very hard to knock you off that tower or knock you off that foundation. I don't feel like this came easy, and I feel like some of you are still on that course of building up your pentacles, potentially through your creative house. Again, I feel like if you are like working with the public, working with someone, working with people, helping them maybe to take their own action, you're on the right path. And then we have the Hangman. So, it's exactly what I was feeling earlier. Like, I feel like 2 people had love, right? They were in love. I do feel like almost like younger energy, especially with the page right there. Then the tower happens. The tower feels destructive, yes. But these 5s were part of why this tower had to happen. Now, you do have healing over that. So this is not a tower that's meant to remain, you know what I mean, like the feelings of that tower. No, it can be healed and then let go of. But what I was saying, the distance, the time between this tower and then this love beginning, you had your own important journey. You know what I mean? Like you had, like your soul's intention was part of this Nine of Pentacles. And I feel like that's why the Hangman is over the Ace of Wands. I don't feel like this is you saying no to anything. I feel like it's divine saying, this is why maybe, you know, if I wanted something to happen sooner. Though this could be completely unexpected at the same time. But I do feel like it's like the divine is saying it was important for you to come to this energy of stability within yourself before this opened up. It's going to open up. I'm talking about love. But I also love that you have the energy of, you know, no matter where you're at in that Nine of Pentacles, it says if you focus on those pentacles, you know, you're going to grow them to success. Okay. Ten of Swords. Ten of Swords coming over the Four of Swords. If you look at that, this person's like face down, right? Almost allowing those swords to enter his back. It's sword after sword after sword after sword. To me, it means that there was some type of repeat pattern. And I became submissive to it. I don't think anymore, though. Because it's coming over the healing, over the Four of Swords. So, you know, the ability to heal anything. Anything. I feel like, you must have, like, what's the word I want to say? I want to say gotten yourself free from this energy. I don't feel like this is talking about this person where love begins. I feel like this is talking about in your life. You may have been someone who had been with like a narcissist. And you had to learn how to deal with that energy. And usually the only way to deal with that is to leave it, right? Because I'm not going to change them. And I don't even want to try. Like, I feel like by the time we get to the Ten of Swords, I don't even want to try anymore. Like, enough is enough. But this person has to realize that. Because, again, this person is, you know, in the position of submission, I feel. Look at that. The Tower over the Tower. The Four of Cups. And then look at this, the Four of Swords. Interesting. So, Four of Swords opens up this line, and then the Four of Swords closes this line. Okay. Look at this. Two towers. First of all, I feel like these towers are representing both of you. Two people who, listen, I could have been in love with someone, you know, like I think back, let's just, again, sorry to use my own self for an example, but, you know, I think back to, let's just say when Sam and I were together for the first time, we were young, we were dumb, right? We didn't know life, we didn't know love, we felt it, right? I mean, our situation ended for the silliest reason. He said, I loved you, and I could not say it back, even though I did love him. But, you know, I just grew up in a household where those words didn't come easy. And he took it personally. And that was that. That was that. And what I'm saying, why I'm saying that is because I feel both felt the energy of the Tower. It's Four of Swords. And this Hangman. It does feel important that I at least have emotional clarity. Just over my own life. Over my own towers. Over just anything that seems to put obstacles in my way. I feel like that is first and foremost. And then I feel like the Hangman will turn itself around. We'll see. But that's what I'm feeling. Real quick too, I just have to point this out because I feel like, this Nine of Pentacles again is coming over recognition and reward. Nine of Pentacles, successful self-employment. Doesn't have to be self-employment. It can just be success within your employment, right? It can mean promotions, the leader of the people type of energy. But the Four of Cups under that, for some of you, you may feel stalled, like the energy feels stalled. Maybe you're writing, like you're writing a book and then all of a sudden you get writer's block. Almost like, or it's time for you to go on the stage and right before you go on the stage you get stage fright. But we have to still move through it, right? Because I feel like then once you get on the stage, and let's say you're singing and you just feel the energy of the audience, it's like all that fright goes away. Now, I'm saying that because this can be the energy of inactivity. So if I'm worried about my pentacles, it's saying that you need to make sure that you're focusing on them. That's the only way they're going to grow. But also in this Four of Cups, there is a cup being presented to this person. Well, hello, my guardian angel. The Knight of Pentacles coming right over the Ace of Pentacles. Knight of Pentacles is a lesson in patience. Knight of Pentacles is about the right time. Not before, not after. I think that's why the Hangman is there again, right? It's just something that needs to be looked at. Why? I just feel like so you can enjoy this to the, you can enjoy this love. And you don't have to worry about all issues. I feel like you're just meant to enjoy this love. And your life. And what you do in your life. Knight of Pentacles. Its promise is to bring you in this pentacle. Well, it's coming right over the Ace of Pentacles. So it is making its promise. In the right time. Alright, well, hello, another Ace of Wands. You have 4 aces now. So, coming over this Nine of Wands, again, looking at, the reflection upon my life and my responsibility within certain, let's just say, towers, like how did I react? I'm just learning myself. I'm not judging myself. I'm learning myself. And then the Ace of Wands is like, boom, here we go. Here's the Knight. I promise you, I'm going to bring in this pentacle and it's going to expand your world. And boom, that's the first thing it does. Right off the bat. And then the Ace of Wands. Action. 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 The Hermit. First of all, card of Virgo that you do share Mercury with. Many of you know I'm a Virgo Sun, Gemini Moon, and I think I'm a Scorpio rising. I'm not sure because I don't have my birth time, and there's no one around who would know it anymore. Anyways, the Hermit talks about a spiritual journey. And it's interesting because the Hermit's mirroring this Nine of Cups. They're both Hermit cards, or both Virgo cards, by the way. But other than that, forget about Virgo. This tells me that, I feel like the Hermit is a very old soul. And the Hermit is not afraid to ask those big questions. And that's what I feel this year is about. Like, we're asking, is there more? Hell yeah, there's more. But to truly enjoy it for all that it can be, there needs to be some type of spiritual awareness of oneself. I also feel like once I find that, I then, I am like the hero of my own story. And I feel like once the Hermit realizes that, the Hermit then takes that beacon of light and shines it for others, to help others. If you just look at this image, the Hermit's illuminating the snake. So I can see the snake, right? It's not like I'm not in the dark. I can see, or the beacon of light is illuminating this snake. To me, it just represents you've learned that. You've learned the energy. Like, you can recognize what's good and what's not good through your energy. I feel like some of you have become, what's the word I want to use? Like, great advisors. Whether you do it for a living or just to people that you love, I feel like you've become, or you're becoming, the person that other people turn to because of your wisdom. It doesn't even matter what your age is. Though I do feel the Hermit is an old soul. This is crazy. The Ace of Pentacles again. It's crazy how an ace and an ace, an ace and an ace. You have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 aces. 5 aces. It's interesting because I feel like the Hermit is also illuminating this ace. But I feel like this is also like I want to kind of say a reward for all the work that you have done internally and externally. And I feel like, listen, I don't feel like this ace is just about love, though I do feel like this ace is about this ace. This Ace of Pentacles is about this Ace of Cups. This Ace of Cups is about this Ace of Wands, passion being ignited. 2 towers, right? These 2 aces may speak for both people coming into each other's lives. We have the 6 of Swords, which I'm very happy to see right now, and I'll tell you why. First of all, I feel like this ace gives us the way to move away from anything that is no longer serving us. 6 of Swords has taken a long, hard look at their life and has realized what has become toxic, what holds me back. Sometimes it can be my own thoughts, probably based on what other seeds that people planted in that head, right? But that doesn't mean that they belong to you. Like, kick them out of your head. But this is about moving on from that. And it's interesting because the 6 of Swords, it's really a beautiful energy because I am moving away from what's not serving me any longer. Doesn't mean it's easy, but it is temporary. Like, the energy that's not easy is very temporary, because I feel like, there could even be a little melancholy here, but I feel like, as I continue on this journey, the things that once held me down, like, become less and less, or at least the weight that they had on me become less and less and less, to the point where you truly feel free. And when I mean free from issues and problems that may have kept you in place for a while. And then look at this, we have the Six of Wands again. So 66, I noticed somewhere else. 60, where did I see it? I don't know. But for some reason I noticed 66 up here, and I'm noticing that again. Maybe you're born in 66. Victory. Success. It's what you're heading towards. It's exactly what the Six of Swords is heading towards. With that Ace of Pentacles at their back. This is very spiritual. I don't know if you feel it that way, but I do. Okay, and then look at this. The Three of Wands. So, just quickly, if we look back and we see this Ten of Swords and we see these towers and we see like some of the things and some of the hardships that we've had and what have you, it probably made us think a certain way. Like the Four of Cups can be like, I'm not being proactive in my life because, maybe of these swords. But listen, healing is available. Like if you're still feeling these swords in your back, healing is available. Ask for it and allow it, but also be willing to take action. If I'm still getting dagger after dagger after dagger in my back, and I'm not doing anything about it, I'm just accepting it. To me, that's kind of what the Four of Cups is saying. Like sometimes I just accept it. Why would I do that? Well, because change can be scary, even if it's good change. Three of Wands is a different way of looking at your life. This is looking at it very optimistically. This is a change of perception. This is where I start to believe that I can have great love. I can have successful employment, creativity, whatever it is that you want to build, you can have it. Right? The Three of Wands is the energy of, not all my ships have come in yet, but I'm not even worried about it. I just know they will in the right time. Exactly what the Knight of Pentacles wants to teach you. Patience, right? But while I'm being patient, it's keeping an optimistic view about, all these aces. All right. We're just going to go right across the whole spread and see if anything else wants to come out. This, first of all, I cannot say this is not a love reading, because it is. It just is. And for some of you, you already know this person. But I also want to signify or make it clear that for some, it's going to be like a soulmate energy. And maybe you haven't been together in this lifetime, but it's like as soon as you meet, you kind of know it. You kind of feel it, right? That passion's going to be ignited. Love begins. Your career. Stay proactive in it. Use what you have learned. And I feel like success will be yours. Now, success is measured differently by different people, right? But it is success nonetheless. This speaks of success. This speaks of success. And this speaks of success. What a reading. If we could just get rid of... Listen, I don't even want to get rid of these towers, because I feel like these towers what happened after the towers, it's like it's when you started to create your life, if that makes sense. Okay. So I'm not really looking at anything particular. I'm just going across the whole spread. Anything that I've missed. Knight of Wands. Well, this is a night that would bring in that Ace of Wands. So you have the Knight of Pentacles bringing in that Ace of Pentacles. Now you have the Knight of Wands. This is about passion. You know, it's interesting because this is moving towards you. The Knight of Wands can be fast-moving energy, so much so that it feels chaotic. This can be the energy of truly feeling swept off your feet, but I feel like in a very good way. Like a very good way. And then we have the King of Pentacles. Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn. Doesn't have to be any of them. If we think about this king, this is a king in the upright who is loyal, who is stable, who does care about their pentacles, right? Does want a, you know, it's important to them that they have this that they have a stable life. Let's just put it that way. But it doesn't mean they're not open to this love. King of Pentacles is able to look at life from the big picture. Okay, I'm not done yet. Six of Cups. Wow. I mean, it's just like clarifying what we already know. Here is that Six of Cups. It's coming from the Knight of Wands. You know, if I don't want to get in a relationship, it's almost like too bad, because that passion's going to be ignited. And I feel like the love is just going to flow. And I feel like, you know, if you can accept this, let's say, like you say yes, I feel like the more that you can live from your inner child, and that means adventure, you know, like adventuresome, I can't say the word, adventuresome, why can't I say it? You're adventurous. It's where I'm not letting fear dictate my life to me. All right. Interesting. We have the Seven of Swords and the Five of Wands. Sometimes I need to know when to close a reading, but I want to look at that. Why would you come out right now? What are you trying to show us? The Page of Pentacles. Okay. It's interesting because, you know, the Seven of Swords comes out. Okay, untrustworthy energy. Five of Wands comes out. A lot of egotistical type energy. Everyone in that energy, though, is butting heads. But then the Page of Pentacles comes out over it. So, because I'm thinking, what the heck? Like, why would this come out now? Well, this may talk about previous energy. And the Page of Pentacles is all about knowledge. It's all about learning and understanding. And boy, do I feel like some of you took your experiences and you're writing about them, or you are, listen, you may be a tarot reader, and like me, like you understand that your experiences, you know, other people have had them, so you can be a great help to them. Okay, but I still feel like I don't want to leave it there. It's funny, these readings this month, it's like I just want to keep going and going. We have the Page of Swords, and then we have another king, King of Wands. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Again, does not have to be. Page of Swords. Boy, do I feel like this is how something is coming about. Through communication. And I feel like we're seeing different kings just to represent different people. You know, it can be a queen also. You'll know where you're at. Like, you know, when you're in a reading like this, you really have to trust your intuition. You know what I mean? Like, don't allow yourself to overthink it. Don't try to make yourself be, you know, somewhere in here that you know is not you. Or if you feel like, you know, let's say, I don't know. I just feel like you just have to trust your intuition. Especially when it relates to people coming out in a spread. You know, some readers would say, well, it has to be a fire sign. I just don't feel that. I feel because we are of all, like, right? Listen, we've had past lives. We are, you know, we have our moon, our rising, our sun. We have, you know, our planet placements, all that. So we're a little bit of everything. And that's why I don't read them strictly as. But this would be the King of Passion. Okay. I think I'm going to leave it there. I'm not going to read all Mother Mary's cards, but I am going to read signs. I think I should read action too. Because I think you are about to be put in a place where you have to make a decision whether to accept or not. All right. Mother Mary sends you this gentle reminder that sometimes you must take human action in order for your prayers to be answered. Such is the case with your current situation, where you may have disregarded or procrastinated working on a priority. Mother Mary is compassionate and understands that you've got multiple responsibilities demanding your time and attention. Even so, this is a case where things will stay at a standstill until that's the Hangman, until you take steps in your desired direction. To clarify which steps to take, sit quietly. Look at that, quiet. Sit quietly and interview your heart with these questions. What is most important to me? How much time do I devote to these priorities daily? What can I do right now to support them? Notice the thoughts and feelings that arise, because these are part of the answers to your prayers. Then ask Mother Mary and the angels to boost your motivation and confidence to take these actions. Listen, sometimes maybe we're the one reaching out. Maybe we're the ones making that initial call. To me, it doesn't even matter who makes it. It's just like it's going to ignite. Okay, signs. Sun, sun, everywhere, sun. This card is a message for you to pay close attention to the signs that come to you in answer to your prayers. These can include a song that you hear, words that you read, a sight that you see, a conversation you overhear, and so forth. The possibilities are unlimited. Signs tend to repeat themselves until you notice them and take some form of action. However, it's also possible to notice one the first time it presents itself. As you listen to these signs, you get a sense of heaven's continuous participation in your life, which helps you feel safer and more loved. You can also pray for clarification if you don't understand a sign. After all, Mother Mary and the angels want to clearly communicate their love to you. Beautiful. All right, what am I going to name your reading? I mean, love begins, passion is ignited, prosperity begins. You know, love begins, prosperity begins. And then the Ace of Pentacles giving you the way. By the way, I'm just realizing, like, if I take that Ace of Pentacles, add it to the Nine of Pentacles, potentially is the Ten of Pentacles. And I feel like for those who maybe it is an earth sign, Pentacles would be very important. Just trying to think if there's anything else. I think I'm just going to let that be. I think I'm going to let that be. I do feel like with this Knight of Wands and the page, interesting, because I did feel we were going to get 2 pages, and finally, well, no, we have another page here. Page of Pentacles, King of Pentacles. But I do feel like this is talking about younger energy, but also it is also talking about how I feel like something comes about, and I feel like it's through the line of communication. Don't be afraid to reach out if it's what you want. Because I feel, now listen, I feel like this is meant to happen. So I don't feel like this would be someone who would be like, is in a marriage and doesn't even know what they want type of thing. This feels to me like they know what they want, and they want you. I feel like that's your title. They know what they want, and they want you. I love you guys. I thank you. I thank you for hanging in there with me. It has been really hell having, like, literally it's like someone took my business, locked the front door. It would not give me the key back. What I have learned is not to put all my eggs in one basket. So I did open up a Patreon. I don't even know what it's called. I'm spreading my eggs around this time, just in case. And that also, and by the way, I'm on Facebook. It's under Archangel Guidance. I'm on Twitter, but I don't spend a lot of time on Twitter. But on Facebook, you know, if you want, you can definitely send me a friend's request, because if this is the way I can contact you guys if anything happens, you know, here. Though I did leave a comment on Jenny Love Tarot under her commenting section, because I knew that a lot of you would look there. I just knew it. I knew a lot of you would find me there, and a lot of you did. Not everyone. Some of you were sending me like emails like, would you just leave? You just shut the doors and left? Never. I would never do that. I'd never do that. So know that, like, you know, if something happens, and I learned my lesson. But if anything would happen, know that it wouldn't be me just, boom, like leaving you guys. I love what I do too much, and I love you guys too much. So, anyways, I'm going to stop talking, and I just forgot what I was going to title it, but I'll figure it out. I love you guys. I will see you next time at our table. Don't forget, go check your other video out at Jenny Love Tarot. It may say Jenny Love Tarot with Archangel Guidance. I don't know if she's taken that off. But I know it was juicy. I'm just going to leave it there. Anyways, I love you guys. I thank you, and I'll see you next time at our table. Bye-bye.